Welcome, beautiful soul. You've been guided to this meditation in what is a very powerful month astrologically. Today marks the full moon and beginning of the total lunar eclipse that will occur on the 13th and 14th of March, depending on which part of the world you're in. On the 14th of March, Mercury will slip into retrograde until the 6th of April. And on the 29th of March, there will be a partial solar eclipse. Venus is also in retrograde currently and will be so for the rest of March. If you're new to this channel, my name is Sahil and I'll be guiding you through this meditation. The significance of each individual astrological event in March may impact your emotional state, your relationships, your finances, and your connection with self. When combined as they are at this time, they can add an intensity that can be overwhelming emotionally. In this meditation, we will focus on the full moon energy and the lunar eclipse impact, since they are in combination today and tomorrow. This full moon is called the worm moon in the Old Farmer's Almanac, which is based on Native American, colonial American, and European sources. This name references the appearance of earthworms as the soil warms as spring approaches, as well as beetle larvae appearing from the tree bark. This is of course a northern hemisphere reference, as the southern hemisphere is entering autumn at this time. The full moon will also appear as a blood supermoon due to the lunar eclipse. The appearance of the moon may be strikingly large as it rises due to the so-called moon illusion created when the moon is nearer to the horizon than when it is high in the sky without any reference objects near it. Please begin by finding a comfortable position, either seated or laying down. There is no right or wrong position as long as you are comfortable and supported. Relax your body and mind and allow your eyes to close gently as you shift your gaze inwards. Scan your body for any tension that may be present, and as you breathe gently, allow the tension to gently release with every exhalation. Draw your attention to your breathing now and gently inhale through your nose until your lungs are full. Hold this breath for a second or two and exhale through your mouth until all the air is expelled. Pause after your exhale for a moment before repeating. During each pause, at the top of the inhale and at the bottom of the exhale, scan your body for any tension and allow it to release as your breathing continues. Feel your body becoming heavier and more relaxed as you melt into the surface beneath you. You feel calm, relaxed, present, and undistracted. Your thoughts are slowing down, and as thoughts flow in, you observe them and allow them to pass through. By practicing this active awareness of your thoughts, you are entering a meditative state and opening yourself up to higher guidance. Count backwards slowly from 5 to 1, visualizing the numbers in your mind. With each count, you will venture deeper into your mind and open yourself to accept messages and guidance from your higher self. Once you have completed your countdown, you are able to distance from yourself and view your life as an observer. It is with this distance and higher perspective that you may be able to reframe situations that enable your growth. The moon is thought to reflect our emotional state and during a full moon, emotions may be heightened. The lunar eclipse also brings in a different energy, offering a deeper ability to self-reflect. Pay attention to the areas of your life that are emotionally charged. These could be relationships, work-related, or they could relate to places or things. To avoid a sense of overwhelm, create an emotional filter in your mind and bunch the things that you are thinking of into either positive or negative categories. Try to accept your first intuitive assessment when you are classifying whatever comes to mind. Often, we make an intuitive judgment and thereafter feel bad and allow our mind to rationalize why our intuition may have been incorrect. This is only an exercise, so don't be too hard on yourself. Treat it as if you are playing a mental game. There is no consequence for classifying something as negative, so don't feel bad about it. It is only an exercise for you to reframe and seek higher growth. The people, places, and things that you have classified as positive can be acknowledged with gratefulness, appreciation, and love. Once you have done so, you can shift these out of your thoughts as there is nothing more for you to do. The full moon and lunar eclipse energy is about bringing cycles to a close and bringing to an end that which no longer serves you. So focus your attention on the negative aspects that you have identified. Identifying the aspects of your life that hold negative energy, whether they are people, places, or things, doesn't mean that you have to immediately discard all of these triggers. While it may be necessary to remove some aspects completely, what is necessary is for you to change your relationship with each. This may have to be implemented by creating boundaries, speaking out on issues you may have suppressed to keep the peace, or in extreme cases, removing contact and association with the trigger. You don't have to feel guilty for standing up for your own peace, as long as you express yourself clearly, with calmness and integrity. Life is too short to be walking on eggshells and keeping silent on issues that disturb you and rob you of your inner peace. An interesting aspect of this exercise and process is that you may identify aspects of yourself that are negative and need to be addressed. In the same manner, identify what you can do to change your relationship with that particular aspect of yourself. How can you change the way that you show up so that you remove patterns and behaviors in yourself that bring you down? In many cases, the answers may pop out quite clearly, and the answers may be revealed with stunning clarity. If this does not happen, try to dwell on it for a little longer. However, avoid falling into a pattern of overthinking. When we begin to overthink, we override our intuition, and our anxiety begins to take control and can create solutions that come from the mind and not from the heart or higher self. Lunar eclipses help us lean into shadow work so that we can deal with negative traits and characteristics in ourselves. With the heightened emotions that we may experience, it can take some discipline to maintain a sense of calm when dealing with things that trigger us. But we have to also understand that the eclipse energy offers us an opportunity to repair and mend conflicts where it is necessary. This can be done with empathy, understanding, and clear communication when the relationship is worth saving. Self-reflection is absolutely important because instead of overanalyzing the person, situation, or thing that is triggering us, we can reflect on what needs of ours are not being met and are causing us to feel triggered. This shifts the energy back to our control, where we can implement changes that better serve us. There is almost always a different way in which we could respond to the circumstances that challenge us, and the goal of integrating with this energy now is to self-reflect and lead with heart-based energy. This doesn't mean that you have to be soft and vulnerable all the time, but it does mean that you have to learn to be honest with yourself and lean into your feelings, especially the feelings that you may run from if that is a pattern with you. Sometimes leading with your heart means that you have to disappoint other people, and sometimes it means that you have to disappoint yourself by suppressing your ego and mind that often leads you to seek control instead of acceptance. How do you really feel? What really makes you happy? Most of us intuitively know who and what makes us happy, and then fall into inner conflict by overthinking and sabotaging our own happiness. Use this time to lean into and to accept your heart-based energy and feelings and see where these feelings draw you. The energy right now with the full moon and lunar eclipse is symbolic of the shadow energy that blocks our light. The moon is a representation of feminine energy that is heart-based, pure, authentic, and aligned. And the earth, casting a shadow on the moon, is blocking the sunlight that represents male energy and ego. The metaphoric significance leads us to remove the obstacles that block the divine feminine heart-based energy. It's important to note that masculine and feminine energy in the context of astrology are not gender-based and simply represent energies. Whatever your gender, you could resonate with both divine feminine and masculine energy because they exist in all of us in varying degrees, often with one being dominant. The opportunity now is to self-reflect and confront the shadows that inhibit our authentic selves. While these shadows can arise by being triggered by people, places, or things, there is always something within us that we can identify that allows us to change the way in which we respond to these triggers. This mindset allows us to take control of the situation instead of blaming an external trigger, and it allows us opportunities for growth. Spend a few moments reflecting on your inner world and identify the areas in which you could possibly change the ways in which you respond to triggers. You may identify people, places, and things that will require a shift. You may want to set boundaries, distance from some, remove some completely, or conversely, draw nearer to those that bring you closer to your authentic self. As long as you are being completely honest with yourself, your decisions will be correct. In the end, you have to be accountable to yourself. You can run from people, places, and things, but you can never run from yourself. You will always have to confront the choices you have made that shape you into who you are. Making decisions from the heart space is a powerful way to ensure that you remain authentic and in alignment. This does not mean that things will always be easy. By contrast, sometimes can be difficult decisions because they lead to disappointing others as you learn to prioritize your own well-being. This is okay and is actually what is required of you. If emotions have risen and you need to release them, it is okay. Allow yourself to feel deeply into whatever emotions arise and release any emotions if necessary. Take your time and process whatever feelings have come up for you. When you are ready, you can start coming back into your body. Notice any sensations that you may be feeling and any emotions that remain. You may be feeling heavy or emotionally drained, and that is okay. It is a sign that you have really tapped into your feelings, and this is good. Notice the sensations of your breathing as this connects you with your body. Bring your awareness to your fingertips and your toes. See if you can locate the sensation of your heartbeat within your body. First in your chest, and thereafter, draw your attention to your palms and see if you can locate the sensation of your heartbeat in your hands. If you feel a tingling sensation in your skin, this is a sign of your energy radiating off your body. Allow yourself to rest in this energy in which you are accepted, safe, and sovereign. When you are ready, slowly open your eyes and take in the beauty and wonder of the world around you. Thank you for joining me in this meditation. If you did enjoy it, help others like you to find it by liking, subscribing, and commenting. I'm looking forward to guiding you again soon. Take care and have a beautiful day or night ahead.